Last time he came on my bottom. You can feel him trying to make a whore of me. No satisfaction in pretending to like it till he comes, then finished off myself anyway. Why can't you kiss a man without going and marrying him first? There's nothing like a kiss, long and hot down to your soul. Almost paralyses you then. I hate that confession. When I used to go to Father Corrigan, he touched me, Father. Where? And I said, on the canal bank, like a fool. But whereabouts on your person, my child? On the leg behind, was it? Yes, rather high up. Was it where you sit down? Yes. Oh, Lord, couldn't he say bottom right out? I'd like to be embraced by one in his vestments. No, I never in all my life felt anyone had one the size of that to make you feel full up like a stallion driving it up into you. Because that's all they want out of you, with that determined, vicious look in their eye. Nice invention they made for women for him to get all the pleasure. He must have come 3 or 4 times with that tremendous big red brute of a thing he has. Better for him to put it into me from behind the way Mrs. Mastiansky told me her husband made her, like the dogs do it, and stick out her tongue as far as ever she could, and he's so quiet and mild. Curious the way it's made too the same in case of twins. They're supposed to represent beauty, placed up there like those statues in the museum, compared with what a man looks like with his 2 bags full and his other things sticking down out of him or sticking up at you like a hat rack. I had to get him to suck them, they were so hard. He said it was sweeter and thicker than cows. Then he wanted to milk me into the tea. I tried with a banana, but I was afraid it might break and get lost up in me somewhere. Wherever you be, let your wind be free. I don't like a man you have to climb up to get at. Look at the way he's sleeping at the foot of the bed. It's when he doesn't kick or he might knock out all my teeth. I see it all plainly now, and they call that friendship, killing and then burying one another. Yes, I wouldn't mind taking him in my mouth if no one was looking. Even if some of it went down, what is any like gruel or the dew? Only that's what gives women the moustaches. It's well for men, all the amount of pleasure they get off a woman's body. I wished I was one myself for a change, just to try with that thing they have swelling upon you so hard, and at the same time so soft when you touch it. What else were we given all those desires for, I'd like to know? Of course, women want to be embraced 20 times a day. It's a lovely hour, so silent. I used to love coming home after the dances, the air of the night. I declare to God, Lord, the crack things come into my head sometimes. I'd love a big juicy pear right now. I'll put on my best shift and drawers. Let him have a good eyeful out of that to make his Mickey stand up for him. I'll let him know that if that's what he wanted, that his wife is fucked, yes, and damn well fucked too, up to my neck nearly. Not by him, 5 or 6 times hand running. There's the mark of his spunk on the clean sheet. He can stick his tongue 7 miles up my hole. As he's there, then I'll tell him I want a pound. I'll let him do it off on me behind, provided he doesn't smear all my good drawers. I'll tighten my bottom well and let out smutty words, smell rump or lick my shit, or the first mad thing comes into my head. The day we were lying on the rhododendrons on Howth Head, I gave him all the pleasure I could, leading him on until he asked me to say yes. And I wouldn't answer at first, only looked out over the sea and the sky, and I was thinking of so many things he didn't know of. I know that awful deep down torrent, oh, and the sea crimson sometimes, and glorious sunsets. Yes, when I put the rose in my hair, and then I asked him with my eyes to ask again, yes. And then he asked me, would I say yes, to say yes, my mountain flower. And first I put my arms around him, yes, and I drew him down to me so he could feel my breasts all perfume, yes. And his heart was going like mad. And yes, I said, yes, I will, yes.